Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video might be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again bringing you another unboxing and review of a watch that is mine. I picked this watch up from another watch collector who goes by the YouTube name Calico Basin. I'm not really sure what the derivation of the YouTube name is, but I've met the man. Met up with him in Naples, Florida at Exquisite Timepieces. He was down there with our mutual friend Random Rob. We all got together, hung out at Exquisite, had lunch, good day, good times. I'm not using his real name, obviously, because I don't have permission to do that. But he's a good dude. And one day on the Random Rob Discord group, he put up this watch for sale. And I don't know, I was just kind of drawn to it. And it's right here in this oversized Seiko box. And it is the SBDC037 Prospex diver. I did not pay that much money for it, but these are the decals that came on the box, and I just left them there. Getting into the outside box, you have this platform that separates some paperwork. You have your mechanical watch instructions, which really aren't needed. You have a registration doodad, which is nice to have, I guess. You have the inner box, which is a very nice Prospex. I guess that's kind of a vinyl lining. And inside there you have the limited warranty, a little piece of foam, hang tag. Ooh, focus. Come on, camera. There we go. Prospex hang tag. And of course, you have the watch. And I really found this watch to be very interesting. I think this is probably the first white dial, white bezel watch I've ever owned. This is the, as I said, the SBDC037. This is their Transocean line. This is something that's, I mean, it's not a turtle, it's not a samurai, it's not a sumo, it's not a tuna, not a monster. It's something, you know, completely different. Integrated bracelet, kind of a sort of lugless design. But it does, I mean, these are fixed really to the case itself. Drilled spring bar openings, so if you really wanted to, you could probably get that bracelet off of there. I didn't notice this at the time that I bought it, but the underside is stainless steel, but the case is stainless steel, but it's got a rose gold plating on it, and I found that to be very interesting. I honestly didn't notice it in the photographs, but very interesting. Nice bezel action, very smooth. The bracelet end does sort of make grabbing on kind of difficult. You can really only grab it cleanly in this area and this area. Otherwise, I mean, you can get it up at the top and bottom, but it's very thin connection. Good vocality to the bezel. Lines up pretty well. There's a lot of slop in it though, but once it locks in, it does tighten up. Screw down crown with a little matching ceramic pearl. This is, by the way, a ceramic bezel. The whole thing is ceramic. It's not an insert inside steel. The whole thing is a ceramic bezel. I believe that's matching. It feels like matching ceramic material inside the crown. You see the Prospex X logo. You have a date window down at the, I guess you would call that the 430 position. You have rose gold outlined. You have a little thin rose gold band right there between the chapter ring and the top of the between the bezel and the top of the chapter ring. Applied indices with cutouts inside the chapter ring. The hands are, the second hand is rose gold plated. The hour and minute hands are obviously rose gold as well as the outline of all the indices. So it's gives it a very elegant looking feel to it. Look and feel, I should say. Nothing really. It's a different looking bracelet than you would see normally on a Seiko. It starts out very wide up here. I think it's, let me look at my numbers here, 24 millimeter lug up here, and it tapers down to 18 millimeters here. And I know it's 18 millimeters because the other day when I was resizing this thing on the micro adjuster, I was taking it from this hole to the one it's in now. I actually broke the spring bar. I pushed it in and it lost its springiness. So luckily I have lots of replacement parts, and I just went into my stash and pulled out another 18 millimeter spring bar, and there you go. Milled clasp. It's a little bit thin feeling up here, but the clasp itself is very nicely made, has a good secure click to it, so it's a double fold dive style clasp. It is unfortunate that at this price point, at the price point that the box set at $1,200 US, they're using pin and collar. As you can see here, I had to remove a few links. As you can see here, I bagged them separately. Those are the links, and those are the pins and collars. I've learned over the years that when you save the pins and collars on a pin and collar bracelet, you put them separate from the links in another baggie. And it is unfortunate that they're going to use pin and collar on this one. I don't think it gives the bracelet a particularly secure feeling, but after sizing it, everything feels like it isn't going to move on me or break. And unfortunately, with this watch, I can't. What I would do normally with another Seiko that had a pin and collar bracelet, I wouldn't even bother sizing it. I would just go to Uncle Seiko or Strap Code or somewhere else, but probably one of those two, and buy a bracelet for this watch that uses proper screw-in pins, or maybe at worst friction, but usually they screw in, and dump the pin and collar nonsense. But unfortunately, sort of stuck with this one. I don't believe that anyone makes an aftermarket bracelet for this watch. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but is what it is. I'm not dissatisfied with the bracelet once it's sized, but sizing it's a pain. Let's see. The statistics. Well, let's see. I already told you that the bezel is ceramic, as is that insert in the crown. Sapphire crystal, which I appreciate at this price point to get a sapphire crystal. It is a stainless steel case with a coating of rose gold in this case. It is a stainless steel bracelet, stainless steel clasp. This is a JDM watch. That means, Japanese domestic market. As you can see, the hang tag. Oh, wait, I thought that was in yen. It's not. But when I looked this watch up, it is listed as a JDM watch. So the hang tag's in dollars. So I don't know who to believe. Do I believe the hang tag, or do I believe the information on Seiko websites that say this thing is a JDM watch. It definitely has a different feel and look to it than a typical Seiko. It has more of I don't want to say that this is like a Grand Seiko, but it feels more towards the Grand Seiko side of the scale than it does the Seiko side of the scale. It really has a very nice, hefty, quality feel to it all around, especially with the bezel action, the feel of the materials. The accuracy of the watch. This watch is not using an NH35 or a 4R or an NH36 or NH35 in this case, or a 4R35. This one is using a better movement. Oh, and I want to make note that the case and the bracelet are DiaShield coated. They are DiaShield, which is a good thing. It is a 45 millimeter case, so this is a big boy. And I'm going to give you a wrist shot. This is not a watch that someone with a small wrist is going to get away with. It's fairly broad across the wrist, as you can see on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. It is a big looking beast. I mean, you could probably get away with it if you had like a 6 3/4 inch wrist. But anything below that, I don't think you're going to get away with. It's 14 millimeters thick, so it is a pretty hefty watch. As I said, it's a 24 millimeter lug, tapers down to 18 millimeter at the bracelet. Pardon me. Tip to tip is 52 millimeter. 200 meter water resistance, so this is a diveable watch. It is using a 6R15 movement. It is a hand wind movement. It does hack, as you can see. The screw down crown action is very smooth and very predictable. When you unscrew it and it fully disengages, you can feel it in your fingers and you can hear it. Screw down solid case back with the typical Seiko wave and the Prospex logo. I don't know what that is below the logo. Let me zoom in here and see if I can see it. Serial number. Okay. I don't think this is a limited edition. No. Doesn't appear to be a limited edition, but it is somewhat of a special watch, I would argue. Beautiful piece. Like I said, it's something new for me. I have plenty of watches with white dials. I've never owned a watch, at least in my memory, I've never owned a watch with a white bezel and any other color dial. So a white dial is somewhat rare for me, and a white on white watch like this one is definitely something unique. So I'm very happy to add this to my collection. This one is a beaut, and I thank Calico Basin, you know who you are, for selling me this watch at a really good price, and despite the best efforts of the post office getting it to me in a timely manner. So I'm going to put this watch on and wear it very happily. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found it to be entertaining, useful, educational, etc. If you did, please click that thumbs up button for me. That does help with respect to the YouTube search algorithm and brings people to the channel, and that's not a bad thing. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to try to troll me, or you're going to try to insult me, or you're going to leave bad links to bad places on the interwebs, I am going to simply delete the comment and block the commenter. There's always one. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. Glad you found my channel. Feel free to watch as many videos as you like. However, please don't forget at some point before you leave, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the bell icon too, so that when I upload new material or I do a live stream, you will be alerted. And as I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazy old world out there. It is not getting any crazier. If you watch the news, you know what I'm saying. So please, be careful out there. Stay safe, be well. See you soon.